Mr. Stevens, I know he's outside working on the field, but he gave me the chance. You know, that's all I was looking for when I interviewed for the job. He gave me the chance, so I wanted to thank him for that. Parents that are sitting here, thank you for all that you do, whether it's, you know, dropping the players off, picking them up, whatever it is, crazy time adjustments. You guys have made the season very easy, being able to adapt to changes, so thank you for that. The players, you guys are rock stars, okay? You guys are great. Definitely made my first year at Madison very enjoyable and a lot of fun. And then my wife and kids, I don't know where my son's at. Probably looking at books. Yeah, there he is. You know, my wife, when I'm here away from them, you know, I know that the kids are going to be well taken care of. And it's tough leaving in the morning before they wake up and then getting home after they're already in bed. You know, I may go 2 or 3 days without seeing them, but the time I am at home with them is awesome. And so thank you guys for allowing me to coach. I'm not sure if my wife Karen, and then Andy is back there, and Abby, and then Allie. Now we won't be shy. But anyway, that's my family. Team accomplishments. That's where we're going to start. Currently, and I say currently because we're still going. I want to make sure everybody's aware of that. We are 20-6 as a team. We were 20-6. At one point, we were 2-4. Seems like eons ago, but you know what? We got it rolling. SWBL Buckeye Division champs, 11-1. That's not too shabby. Sectional champions. Okay, that was just against Waynesville the other night. Beat them 5-1. Playing Saturday for the district championship. Okay, I can't stress enough. If you guys aren't doing anything Saturday morning, we would love for everybody to be out there. This team notoriously, Saturday mornings isn't very, you know, it's not good for us. So we got to figure out something Friday night to make sure they're ready to go Saturday morning. I currently plan on beating them. Okay, plan on winning. Ladies. I'm not ready to be done. Currently, this team is on a 15-game winning streak. Okay, that's pretty darn impressive. With the league we play in, some of the competition we play, 15 in a row is pretty darn impressive. I'd like to make that number 20. Just an FYI. As a team, I haven't seen a team put up numbers like we have. This team has scored 261 runs. We have 303 hits, 59 doubles, 17 triples, 15 home runs, and of the 261 runs, we have 217 of those we have RBIs. Okay, so and this team has a 390 collectively batting average. It's getting it done. Okay, that's getting it done. And that's not just one or two. Okay, that's 1 through 9. Okay, that's 1 through 9. Everybody's part of that. Some individual accomplishments. I have tried talking to Mr. Stevens and other people about getting a record book to try to see where these would rank, if they would be school records or not. He has nothing, so these are going to be school records starting this year. Whether they are, until I'm proven wrong, these are school records. Currently, and I say currently because we are still playing, just a reminder, Allie Linas has 38 runs scored. And this is just for this season, not career. 38 runs scored, 6 home runs, and right now she's tied on for the team lead in RBIs with 33. Okay. Miss Natalie Higgins has 47 hits. She's got 8 triples, and she is tied with Allie with 33 RBIs. And right now her batting average is 490. 490. Jordan Likens lead the team with 14 doubles. And Katie Sturgis right now has 20 wins, 149 strikeouts, and 7 of our wins have been via shutout. Again, until I'm proven otherwise, those are team records. Okay, so good job, ladies. League honors. As Mr. Smith said a minute ago, we were blessed with seven these young ladies got league honors. You guys don't have to. Actually, you guys do have to stay there. So people can get pictures of you and all that stuff. You can just stay there. Honorable mention, Jordan Likens and Peyton Whiteman. Second team, Natalie Higgins and Riley Markle. And first team, Allie Linas, Katie Sturgis, and Rachel Ward. Been around, so now we're on to the picture. And then at the league meeting, I was in Bowling Green during the league meeting, so I was on the phone. We also, I'm going to embarrass two more people. Player of the Year, Allie Linas, and Pitcher of the Year, Katie Sturgis. As impressive as those two awards are, Player of the Year and Pitcher of the Year, what I think is a little bit more impressive, I was talking to Tommy, who was there as my representative, and we were going to nominate those two for Player of the Year and Pitcher of the Year, but it didn't even get to Tommy. Other coaches in the league nominated those two ladies for Player of the Year and Pitcher of the Year. So it didn't even get to us. So that to me as a coach is very, very impressive that other coaches would recommend another team's player because they recognize the talent that they have. For varsity awards, trying to think of how to talk about the team, I decided to group players into three different categories. The first category are the players that spent some time on JV and some time on varsity. You can call them, rotational players. You can call them swing players. However you want to phrase that. But that's the first group. The second group, out of the freshmen, there were 4 freshmen that stood out for the varsity, and then of course the seniors. Okay, so I'm going to talk about those three groups, or those three classifications of players. Sorry, I'll get back on the script. The swing players. These players often fly under the radar and may not get much playing time, but are vital to a team's success. Whether it was serving as a courtesy runner, pinch hitter, or a player that needed to get into the game at a moment's notice. I wanted to take a minute and recognize those players that served as a swing player throughout the season. And those players are Lexi Carpenter, Maria Handy, Kayla Jones, you can stand up if you're here, Katie Staten, Brianna Alcorn, Madison Lehman, Drew Norval, and Shelby Robinson. Out of that group, one of our swing players earned enough to earn a varsity award. That's Shelby Robinson. Okay. Next is the group of 4 freshmen. When I interviewed for the job, and even shortly after I got the job, jumping around back there, sorry. I was told by several people that you've got a very talented group of freshmen coming in. I was told that by people that I had no idea who they were. I'm just, okay, all right, great. We'll see how they do. Okay, we'll see. I was told by several people that knew these girls a little bit better than I that they're going to battle and they're going to push some kids. And some of the upperclassmen are going to be probably a little nervous because some of these younger kids are going to try to take their spot. I said, okay, let's see how they do. From day one, the 4 freshmen that I'm referring to stood head and shoulders above their classmates. These 4 freshmen are Kendall Bowles, Natalie Higgins, I gotta say Becca Linas, I can't call you Rebecca, sorry, and Jordan Likens. While they're standing, These 4 players have started every game this year. As a group, as a foursome, they have scored 115 runs. They have 134 hits. They have 36 doubles, 10 triples, 5 home runs, 96 RBIs, and collectively have a 386 batting average. It's about 45% of our total offense from these 4. Okay? These 4 have proven they can handle pressure and play the game at the highest level. And I'm very excited to see these players continue to prove their abilities over the next 3 years. Earning varsity awards, Kendall Holt. Rebecca Linas. Jordan Likens. And Natalie Higgins. I think Natalie should be getting the varsity bar right now. But I'm just kidding. These are the 4 freshmen that I was referring to. They started every game. One more round of applause for this group. Okay. Now the tough group. Promised myself I wasn't going to cry. I'm just going to read that way. I don't have to look at anything. I'm going to do this. As a coach, if you have 1 or 2 players in the season that do what is asked of them to the best of their ability every time without complaining, you're blessed. If you have 3 or 4, you're honored. And when it's an entire class, you need to recognize that as something special. Again, when I got this job, I was told that you have a good group of seniors. I said, okay, we'll see. From the very first time I met the seniors, I was very impressed. Their poise and leadership abilities were evident. It was clear that this group was ready to go and ready to lead. From day one, I poured into this group and loved every minute of it. This group of seniors is second to none. As the season got going, we had some adversity. Okay, we had some adversity. I told the kids we'd be fine and to trust that it'll be okay. 6 games in, we were 2-4, and I knew we needed fixed, but was hesitant since I've been telling the players that we would be fine and to not panic. It was after the first Carlisle game when we got back that I met with a couple of the seniors. They initiated the conversation. At that meeting, senior leadership was exhibited in a way that was uncommon. See, I had wanted to make a change with our defense, but working with seniors, I'm just going off straight. Working with seniors, they needed to buy into it. They had to be okay with it. Because if I forced something that they weren't okay with, it wouldn't have worked. It would not have worked. Rachel Ward and Riley Markle said, "Coach, put us in the outfield. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it." They knew, they stepped back, and they knew that for the good of the team, but they knew for the good of the team that moving them to the outfield and moving some of our underclassmen into a position that was a little bit more comfortable for them was better for the team. This is a senior starting shortstop and a senior starting second baseman that said, we'll go to the outfield. A place that not too many people like to play. And you got a pitcher that throws like Katie, you don't get a lot of balls hit to the outfield. But they said, "Coach, put us out there. We'll take care of it." Since that day, 18-2. 18-2 because of senior leadership. Okay? Because of our seniors. This is just one example. Okay, that's just one example. This is one that I came to mind when I was writing this afternoon. But there have been many more. There have been so many more examples of senior leadership. It's unbelievable. This group like I said, this is very impressive what this group has done. When I first got the job, I was told that this team should win district. Okay? Well, that tells me two things. That whoever's saying that may not know how hard it is to win district, but they also may understand what kind of players we got. Okay? We have a chance Saturday to win district. And I fully intend to win on Saturday. Did I mention we're still playing? When I first got the job again, everybody said that, things about the seniors. Great leadership, they're good kids. And things about the freshmen, they're tough, they're ready to go. One thing that I heard about this team was incorrect. And I want to set the record straight tonight, right here, right now. I was told that I had a good group of seniors. Okay? That is not correct. I have a great group of seniors. And I don't know how I could have asked for any better 6 seniors than the 6 seniors that are sitting in this room. Okay? Now here, could be Saturday. Hope it's not. I want to keep playing for this group. For this group of 6. Get hot in here all of a sudden. But this group, I have a friend, this is off script, so here we go. I have a friend who, this is going to be crazy, it all makes sense up here, but it probably won't make sense until I'm done. But I have a friend who, he's actually remarried, he's married for a second time, and he thanks his current wife's ex-husband all the time for being crazy enough to divorce that lady so he could marry her. Okay? His life is a lot better now because somebody was not smart enough to hang on to that young lady, and he is blessed. It's not quite the same. Not quite the same. But I tell you what, I am so blessed to be the coach of this team. Only for 1 year with this group. Okay? Back a few years ago, I was told by a coach that I looked up to that I was no good. I didn't know how to work with kids. That I didn't know how to coach kids. That basically I was a worthless coach. That was about 2 years ago. I did everything I could and coached my heart out, but he still didn't want me back. So this whole summer, I had no idea if I was ever going to coach again. I really had kind of resigned myself to never being able to coach again. And as the big guy upstairs has planned, not always our plans, but his plans, got a job where next door to me was the guy that knew somebody was looking for a coach. Somebody was looking for a fast-pitch softball coach. And I was blessed to get the job, if only for a year with this group. Now, I've tried talking to Mr. Smith, tried talking to Mr. Stevens to somehow make you guys like sophomores again. He has not bought that. So it didn't work, despite my best effort. But this group is unbelievable. This group is unbelievable. And I feel truly blessed to have been part and been able to coach you just for 1 year. I wish it was more. I'm not ready to be done. This group, you guys know them, Allie Linus, Riley Markle, Autumn McIntosh, Katie Sturgis, Rachel Ward, and Peyton White. Because they're all getting awards that I don't have tonight. There's a couple more things. I was given awards that I didn't know that I was going to get. But last week, the team sat down, the varsity team sat down, and I said, okay, ladies, I need you to vote for these 3 awards. These awards are not in. You'll get them soon. I've been promised by Mr. Stevens. The first award is Rookie of the Year. Second award is Offensive Player of the Year. And the third and final award is Defensive Player of the Year. Now, Rookie of the Year doesn't have to be a freshman. It's just a first-year player on varsity. Very simple. First-year player on varsity. The votes were cast as selected by our teammates. Rookie of the Year for 2013, Natalie Higgins. Offensive Player of the Year, again, it's pretty self-explanatory. An offensive threat every time she steps foot in the box. She can change the game with one swing of the bat, and has several times. Offensive Player of the Year, Allie Lenas. Next is Defensive Player of the Year. Again, pretty self-explanatory. The one thing that I was going to mention about this player, I heard other coaches more than once say, don't run if the ball's hit to center field. Don't run. This girl's got a can. Defensive Player of the Year, Rachel Ward. I kind of lied a little bit and said that was the final award. There's one more. This one's a surprise. After we voted the other day, Coach Gilbert and I, we talked and we said, what do we look for in a softball player? What are some of the characteristics, some of the qualities that we look for? I'm just going to read. When Coach Gilbert and I sat down and talked about what we wanted to see in a Madison softball player, we came up with the following descriptors. A leader, an excellent student, 100% effort at all times, determination, great work ethic, character, active in the community, active in school clubs and organizations, and of course, someone who is an exceptional softball player. Coach Gilbert and I both agreed that the winner of the inaugural Madison Softball Mohawk Award, Katie Sturgis. That's pretty much all I got. Actually, let's do this. These are the awards that I didn't plan, so I'm kind of winging it here. As you know, we were the varsity was the SWBL League champs. So every girl that was playing varsity at the time will get an award. So I'm just going to read through, and everybody can come on up. Allie Lenas, Riley Markle. Everybody can sit, because I'm sure they'll want pictures. Riley Markle. Katie Sturgis. Rachel Ward. Peyton Whiteman. Autumn McIntosh. Shelby Robinson. Kendall Bowles. Natalie Higgins. You guys talk more on top. You would never do that. Rebecca Lenas. And Jordan Lycan. Smile pretty. There's your photo op.